Hi friends, welcome to Learning Spark. In this video, we are going to practice Olympiad math questions for class 3 on fraction. So let's get started. Question number 1 is on your screen now. We will go to the answer now. Please feel free to pause the video and solve it if you have not already solved. The answer is 4 by 6. Let's see the explanation. So first thing you have to see is, are all the pieces equal in this figure? Because if they are not equal, you cannot apply fraction. Any sums that you're doing on fraction, you have to first make sure that all the pieces are equal. And in this case, we can see easily that these pieces are all equal. This is a hexagon which has been divided into triangles. So the answer is yes. And then how many equal parts are there in this hexagon? We can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pieces are there in total. And then how many unshaded pieces are there? We can easily calculate 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So 4 unshaded pieces are there. And therefore, the fraction of unshaded pieces are 4 by 6, because the denominator is basically representing total how many pieces are there in this figure, and the numerator is representing how many pieces are we taking. So we are taking unshaded pieces only here, so we are taking 4 pieces out of 6, and that is represented by 4 by 6. Okay, that's why the answer is 4 by 6. Question number 2 is on your screen now. Now we will go to the answer. Please feel free to pause and solve yourself if you have not already. So the answer is 5 by 11. Let's see the explanation. So first of all, how many letters are there in total? The word examination contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Total 11 letters are there in this word. And then you have to find out how many consonants are there. Okay, because our question is on consonant. So you see that all the consonants are marked in orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So total 5 consonants are there. So what fraction of the word is consonant? We can say 5 by 11 is the fraction of the word which is consonant, because the denominator of the fraction will represent the total number of letters that are there in this word, and the numerator of the fraction will represent how many are we taking. Here we are only taking consonants, so we are taking 5 out of 11. So therefore, the answer is 5 by 11. Question number 3 is on your screen now. We will go to the answer now. Please feel free to pause and solve if you have not already. So the answer is, let's go to the explanation now. So first thing you have to see is, are the denominators equal? Because you are comparing the fractions. If the denominators are equal, you can compare it easily. Otherwise, you may have to make the denominators equal, or you may have to see whether the numerator is equal. So in this case, we see that the denominators are already equal, right? So the next question is, let's visualize the fractions, right? So if the denominator is 20, we can think about a box which is divided into 20 pieces. So say 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So total 20 pieces this box is divided into, which is representing 20 in the denominator. And then we will have to take 5 pieces to make it 5 by 20. We will have to take 5 pieces. Out of this 20 pieces, we are taking 5 pieces. So 5 by 20. So this box is representing 5 by 20 now. Next fraction is 2 by 20. So it is still 20 pieces, but we will take 2 pieces only. So this is the picture which is representing 2 by 20. Clearly you can see this is less than 5 by 20. And then finally we have 10 by 20, which means that again 20 pieces. Out of these 20 pieces, we are taking 10 pieces now. So this is 10 by 20, which is clearly more than 5 by 20 and 2 by 20. So finally, this is the order. 10 by 20 is more than 5 by 20 is more than 2 by 20, right? And now let's see whether it is ascending or descending order. It says descending order. Descending order means what? Descending order means the largest number will be arranged first and then it will come down gradually, right? It will come down gradually. So the first, the largest figure here is 10 by 20, which is put first, and then the next smaller number, smaller fraction, and then the smallest fraction. So this is the descending order. So this is the correct answer, therefore. Now question number 4 is on your screen. Now we will go to the answer. Feel free to pause the video and solve it. So the answer is 1 by 4. Why is it 1 by 4? Let's see explanation. So see here, are all the pieces equal? Here if we consider this as one piece, this and the blue portion is one piece, then they are not equal. They're not equal. See, this piece is much larger than this piece. Okay, so we cannot apply the rule of fraction, if they are not equal, if the pieces are not equal. So the answer is no, the pieces are not equal. So we have to break them into equal pieces first. So that is our task number 1. We have to break them into equal pieces. How do we do that? This and this line. See, now we have got equal 4 pieces. Okay, equal 4 pieces, right? So now how many equal pieces are there? Of course 4, and we need unshaded um, fraction, the fraction of unshaded portion, right? So how many unshaded pieces are there? In out of these 4 pieces, we have only one unshaded piece, right? So one unshaded piece. So if you represent that in fraction, what would be the fraction? The fraction of unshaded part in the given figure would be 1 by 4. The denominator again is representing the total number of pieces, equal pieces, the total number of equal pieces that are present, and the numerator is representing how many unshaded pieces are there, right? So that is the fraction. 1 by 4 is the answer. So question number 5 is on your screen now. So we will go to the answer now. Please feel free to pause if you have not already solved. So the answer is 4 by 7 and 12 by 21. Why is it so? Let's go to the explanation. Okay, so in these questions, right away you can eliminate some of the options. Okay, for two fractions to be equal, the denominator and the numerator has to be multiplied by the same number, or they have to be divided by the same number. So for example, here 4 is multiplied by 3 to get 12, right? And 7 is multiplied by 3 to get 21. So both numerator and denominators are being multiplied by the same number, 3 and 3. And that is why these two fractions are being equal, because 3 by 3 is basically 1. So when you are multiplying by 3 in the numerator and multiplying by 3 in the denominator also, then basically you are multiplying by 1. Okay, and that's why these two fractions are equal. Now let's come to this one, right? Let's come to this fraction. For this fraction, the numerators are equal, but the denominators are not equal. So clearly, for these two fractions, the numerators are not multiplied, the numerators and denominators are not multiplied by the same number. Okay, so if the numerators are equal and the denominators are not equal, then of course the fractions are not equivalent, because they are not multiplied by the same numbers. Okay, so this is clearly a wrong answer. This cannot be a right answer. Similarly, if the denominators are equal and numerators are not equal, then also it is not equivalent. These fractions are not equivalent. For example, this one, right? For this one, the denominators are equal, but the numerators are not equal. So clearly, these denominators and numerators are not being multiplied by the same number, right? This denominator is basically 20 and this is also 20. So you are multiplying by 1. But for the numerator, you are not multiplying by 1, right? This is 7, this is 5, different numbers. So therefore, this is not equal. These two are not equal, right? So this is also eliminated. This answer is also eliminated. Now there are two answers left where you have different numerators and different denominators. Okay, so we have to figure out for these two what is the correct answer. Okay, now see here, 4 by 7, if you multiply by 3, the numerator it comes 12. If you multiply by the same number 3, the denominator, then it comes 21, right? And 3 by 3 is basically 1. So basically this fraction is as if you are multiplying by 1 to get this fraction, and therefore this fraction and these fractions are equivalent. Okay, but for this 3 by 8, right, you multiplied by 8, so there is a 24 in the denominator, right? So for how do you get 24 from 8? You have to multiply by 3, right? So 8 into 3 equal to 24. Now you try to multiply it by the same thing in the numerator. So 3 into 3, it comes 9. But here this is not 9 by 24, right? The equivalent fraction of 3 by 8 is 9 by 24. But here it is 12 by 24. So this answer is also wrong. And this is the only right answer that we have got. Question number 6 is on your screen now. We will go to the answer. So feel free to pause and solve if you have not already. So the answer is 1 and 3 by 4. Let's see why. The explanation. So see, the first figure is fully shaded. There are two figures we can see, this plus this. So what is the fraction that will represent this figure, right? That's the question. So see, the first figure is fully shaded. What does it mean by fully shaded? It means that it is one. The whole thing is taken. The whole thing is taken. There is no part that is taken, but the whole thing is taken. Okay? So it represents 1. But for second figure, we have got a fraction. The whole thing is not taken. Okay, so we need to know how much is taken, really how much is taken. So we know what to do, right? We have to first divide it into equal parts. If you do not divide into equal parts, then fractions will not apply. So first you have to divide into equal parts. So let's see, the second figure you can divide it to 4 equal parts. So let's see how. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4. Now see, all the parts are equal, right? And 3 of the 4 parts are shaded. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 are shaded by blue color, right? And the question is, what fraction of the given figure is shaded? Okay, so here it's complete 1, and here it is 3 by 4. Out of 4 pieces, 3 pieces are shaded, correct? 3 by 4. So if you now add these two, 1 and 3 by 4, then this is the final answer. Okay, so that's why this is the answer. Question number 7 is on your screen now. Now we go to the answer. If you have not solved it already, then please feel free to pause and solve. So this is the answer. Let's see why is it the answer. So let's view the number line here, right? So the question is, which of the following fraction comes between 2 and 3 in the number line? So here we start from 0, then 1, then 2, and then 3, then 4, right? And let's see where the fractions are located. Between 0 and 1, 5 by 12 comes, right? Because 5 by 12 doesn't have any whole number. It is only fraction. So it is less than 1, right? The one full thing is being divided into 12 parts, and out of that 5 parts are being taken. So that is less than 1, right? So between 1 and 2, which of the fraction will come? This fraction, right? 1, 5 by 12. Because one full thing you have taken, one full part you have taken. Say for example, if it is cake, right? Then one full cake you have taken, and for the other cake you have taken on, you have divided into 12 parts, and you have taken 5 parts, right? So you have taken only partially. Okay, so you don't have two cakes. You don't have two cakes. You have one full cake, and then you have some fraction. So 1 and 5 by 12 stands between 1 and 2, right? Now then 2 5 by 12, this is more than 2, right? Because 2 cakes are already there, and then you have some fraction. So it is more than 2. 2 cakes are already there, and then you have some more. So it's more than 2, but it is not 3. It's not 3 because this is fraction, this is partial, this is not full cake. This is not full cake, right? So it is in between 2 and 3. So 2 and 5 by 12. And then 3 and 4, similarly, which one will come here? So this one, right? 3 and 5 by 12 is basically between 3 by 4. Okay, so our question was that which one is between 2 and 3, and the answer will be this one, right? We can clearly see it is between 2 and 3. So this one is the correct answer. Question number 8 is on your screen now. Now we go to the answer. Feel free to pause and solve. The answer is 4. Why? So first you see how many months are there in a year. Of course it is 12. And then it says 1/3 of a year, right? The question says 1/3 of a year. So how much is 1/3 of a year? It is 1/3 into 12, correct? And that is basically 12 by 3. So 12 by 3 is 4, right? So the correct answer is 4. Question number 9 is on your screen now. Okay, we will go to the answer now. If you have not solved it yet, then please feel free to pause and then solve. The answer is B and C. Let's see why. First, see which fraction represents the first figure, right? The first figure, you have got a square and you have got uh, four divisions, four equal divisions of the square, and two of them are shaded with blue, correct? So 2 by 4, right? The denominator is basically how many parts are there, and numerators are how many parts are shaded, correct? Because we are talking about shaded here. So 2 by 4 is the fraction, and 2 by 4 can be equivalent to or equal to 1 by 2, right? Because 2 divided by 2 equal to 1 and 4 divided by 2 equal to 2, right? So 2 by 4 and 1 by 2 is equal fraction. Okay, but here the answer is not 2 by 4 or 1 by 2. The answer is 1 by 4. So this is not the correct match. This is not the correct match with this. Okay, now let's take the second figure. Okay, which fraction represents the second figure? Let's see. So in second figure, again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have 9 equal parts of the whole, right? Of the whole figure, you have 9 equal parts. And how many parts are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 parts are shaded. Out of 9 parts, 6 parts of shaded. Okay, so the fraction will be 6 by 9, and 6 by 9 is equal to 2 by 3, because 6 divided by 3 equal to 2 and 9 divided by 3 equal to 3, right? So we are dividing by same number, dividing the numerator and denominator by the same number to arrive to this fraction, right? So this fraction and this fraction are equal. Okay, and here we see that 2 by 3 is there, and this figure is representing 2 by 3. So this is okay, this is good match, right? This is correct match. So B is a correct answer. But is only B the correct answer? We have to see that there is one option which says B and C. So we have to now check whether C also is the correct answer, right? Because otherwise it says B and C. Okay, now is C correct answer? Let's see. Okay, here we see that there are four circles. Okay, four circles, but the whole thing, whole thing is shaded. Okay, the whole thing is shaded. Now if we consider this four circle as one thing, the whole figure, right, then the whole thing is shaded. There is no fraction at all, and that is why this is representing 1. Okay, so 4 out of 4 is shaded. 4 out of 4 is shaded, and that's why it is 1. Okay, and this is correct answer also. So B and C both are correct answers, and that is why the correct option here would be D. which is B and C. Question number 10 is on your screen now. Now we go to the answer. If you have not solved yet, please feel free to pause and solve. The answer is 25. Let's see the explanation. So there were 100 chocolates in a box. You have eaten 1/4 of the chocolates, and your friend has eaten one half of the chocolates. How many chocolates are left now in the box? So first you have to calculate how many you have eaten, right? How many chocolates you have eaten? You have eaten 1/4 of 100, which means 100 by 4, which is 25. So you have already eaten 25 chocolates. Now how many your friend has eaten? Let's see. Half into 100, which is 50, right? Because 100 by 2. So total how many has been already eaten? 50 plus 25, right? Which is 75. So how many will be left? 100 minus 50 minus 25. Both you have to subtract from 100, or you can subtract 75 also, and you get 25 as an answer, right? So 25 is the right answer. Hi friends, if you like this video, please press on the like button and please do not forget to share it with your friends. For more such videos, press on the subscribe button of the channel and then press on the bell icon to get notified. Thank you.